and welcome back everybody. My name is Lindie and I have two big passions in life. It is languages and UI UX design. That is designing apps and interfaces. So when I get to combine these two passions, I'm just in my happy space. And today is just another time to do that. I'm going to review what I consider the most beautiful, well-designed language learning app out there. Now, language learning apps, some of them have a wide variety of languages. They are awesome. You get a lot of audio content, but the interface is clunky, buggy, slow, just plain ugly. But sometimes you will find a rare gem like the Speakly app. It is just so pleasing to use and look at. I love it so much. Speakly reached out to me to review their app, but this is a completely unbiased review. There's no script. I'm just going to give you my honest opinion as I try it out. So I'll be sharing with you guys in real time as I test it out. So if something is awesome, I will say it. If it's not so cool, you bet I'll say that too. So what can you expect from this video? I'm going to go through some listening, writing, speaking, and reading activities. I'm also going to go through what other things they have on the app, like music reviews. And then I'm also going to switch the language and take a level test for French. At the end of the video, I will go through some pros and cons and my general summary and why or why not I would recommend you to use this app. So let's get straight into it. I am opening the Speakly app here and we're on the first page. You can do the onboarding yourself, choose the language you want to learn. There are multiple languages available. For me, I am learning Spanish because my Spanish is rusty and I hope to really improve it. But you can also learn English, Estonian, Finnish, French, German, Italian, and Ruski. I don't know why Russian is written in Russian. For purposes of this review, we're going to dive straight into Spanish. First thing you can see is, wow, this interface is just so bright and beautiful. I love it. It makes me so happy. Now let's explore around together. I'm just gonna click on this down arrow and you'll see that you can choose different levels. Already I am encountering something that's a little weird. I can't seem to scroll down and read here. By the end you will... Okay, I gotta open this. You will be able to have conversations. So what they tell you is when you choose a chapter, they'll tell you what kind of things you'll be able to learn or understand. So if I play this.
Entonces, ¿qué hiciste ayer?
Very good that there is audio. It's nice and slow. And I believe there is transliteration as well. So shall we continue with my lessons? I have already done chapter 1 and chapter 2 of the beginning section. Something I really enjoy about Speakly is that they focus on quality and necessity rather than quantity. So instead of teaching you 1,000 new words or just a random app that lists a bunch of words, it's going to focus on necessary vocabulary within the context of conversations, which is something I always mention in my videos. Be sure to learn vocabulary in the context of a full sentence and not just random words. So let me quickly jump to chapter 3 and I'm going to go to review and pick up where I left off. Maybe I need to learn English. Okay, so what do I have to do here? I guess I have to type what good night is in Spanish. No, I don't. I have to reveal it.
Buenas noches.
Okay, so it's just a review lesson. The stores, las boltas, no sé en español, todas something están cerradas hoy. Las tiendas.
Todas las tiendas están cerradas hoy.
I don't know what I said in Spanish because I know bolt is a shop in Hungarian and I said boltas, which is probably not something in Spanish. Okay, good thing I'm in my review lesson. She has muchos amigos en otros países. Tiene. Ella tiene muchos amigos. Okay.
Tiene muchos amigos en otros países.
And if you're stuck, you can press the translation option to see what it is. Let's move on. I am 30 years old. Mixing up my accents here. Tengo 30 años.
Tengo 30 años.
30. Disculpe. Te quiero mucho. Very much. What's very much? Mucho. No sé. Okay.
Te quiero mucho.
Okay. Hoy yo fui. Oh my gosh, they give you tips. What is this? I love it. They're giving me a table of tenses. So a really good way that I would recommend using this app is to just copy down these tables in your notebook so you have them for review. It's like a textbook and an app in one. Beautiful. Love it. Okay, let's look at tips because I don't know how to do this activity. Negation. Hoy no he tenido un día. Oh, a busy day. I need to work on my pronunciation. Has tenido un día muy okay.
Tenido would be the past tense. Hoy he tenido un día muy ajetreado. Okay. Do you want to eat something? ¿Quieres comer algo? ¿Quieres comer algo? Okay. Piensas mucho. Piensas mucho. Piensas demasiado.
All right. I'm just going to skip through the rest of the review activity. Something I don't like about this app is that you can kind of like cheat your way through the review lesson by just swiping across and not doing anything. But that's probably because it is a review lesson, not an actual activity. So I'm just gonna, oh, good job, I've reviewed everything. Let's go back to the classroom. Another nice thing is that they give you your tasks for the day in these beautifully designed cards. So my first task is to reach a daily goal / build a habit. So let's check that out. No hay nada decidido todavía. I don't know what that means. I think it means I have not decided yet. Still, I still have to, I don't know.
No hay nada decidido todavía.
The voice is a little robotic. Let me see the translation. Nothing is decided yet. Gotcha. So what you can do instead of keeping everything on this app, because sometimes language learning apps just get complex, like everything is sitting inside an activity or a word list. If there's a phrase like this one, which I don't know yet, I would recommend writing it in your notebook or just screenshotting it or keeping it in a note on your phone. Because I know if I don't write this down or if they don't prompt me to review it, I'm gonna forget it. Let's try to form this sentence. Yes, I have to go already. Okay, so they have filled in a few letters for me. Know the answer, hold the button, and speak. This is great. They are testing my ability to speak, so not just writing. Excellent. Sí, me tengo que ir ya. I got it right.
Sí, me tengo que ir ya.
Me tengo que ir ya. Oh, fantastic. What I really like about this app is that they give you a bunch of different activities, so you're not stuck doing the same repetitive thing over and over. You get to speak, choose sentences, write stuff, fill in the letters. Fantastic. What is this little brain icon? This little answer correctly for 1 point. Oh, okay, so it just tells you the tip. Interesting little UI element. Not sure how necessary it is to hide it, but alas. Eso es normal.
Eso es normal.
Okay. Oh, what's this? A speaking activity, perhaps? Oh no! Let's talk about friendship. Who do we call our friends? Is it easy to make new friends as an adult? I can tell you now, it is not. Let me start. I am so nervous for speaking activities. I'm so scared. Okay.
Vamos a beber té y comer un poco de pastel. Oh, casi se me olvida. Tengo que ir a la tienda y comprar un poco de pastel. Entonces, ¿dónde estaba? Ah, sí, el pastel.
Okay, I just realized that there's a transcript. Amazing, so useful. Something that I highly recommend for language learners is finding content that you can actually read while you are listening to. It just helps you remember the stuff so much better and helps you get used to how to pronounce things. So it is excellent that I can read along to what he is saying. And if you want to just kind of cheat, you can read the English translation, but I'd rather read the Spanish and see how much I understand. This is quite long, so for purposes of this video, I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit and see what happens once I finish the activity. So cute! I love it. Nice, I can choose to repeat. I'm just gonna continue because ain't nobody got time right this minute to listen more, but definitely something you can do to schedule a study session, set some time to do some active listening and shadowing practice. Let's try to form this sentence. The check, please. I'd like to pay. La cuenta, por favor, quiero pagar.
La cuenta, por favor. Quisiera pagar.
Quisiera, well, I've never learned that word. I wonder if tapping on it will teach me. Nope. You will hear a sentence that you need to type.
No pienso así.
Okay, I don't think so. No pienso así. Oh, nice. They give you the little accents in case your keyboard doesn't have it. And how beautiful is this typeface? I just love fonts that are beautiful monospaced like this. So nice. Ooh, and I can play it at different speeds.
No pienso así.
Bit robotic.
No pienso así.
Cool.
No pienso así.
Fun. Okay, I still have quite a few activities left, so I'm going to return to the main screen, but you get the point of these little daily activities. Let's go back to my classroom. Okay, you can also choose to review recent words that you've learned, so let's take a look.
¿Hablaste con él?
Hoy está libre.
Okay, so the format is pretty similar to other activities that we've seen. It's just these cards that you can choose to reveal, see the transliteration, or get the tips on. Again, amazing. I love these tips and tables. It's like a nice little hidden feature where you can get extra content. Very awesome. Cool, and they also give you an activity log. This is particularly fun and interesting for people who like to track their language learning activities. If you know me, you'll know that I use a journal to write what I've done. I don't go really into specifics like review words and do listening activity. I might just say as a whole, I use the Speakly app for half an hour, for instance. But nice that they give you a little daily review, keeps you accountable. So it seems to me on the interface that I also need to finish 2 more activities and get them checked off. So life situations to practice speaking. This is going to be scary.
Hola, ¿estás en casa?
No, I'm not at home. I'm at a store. It is using the word that I got wrong earlier. Oh, wait, am I supposed to speak or just reveal it? Okay, I guess I have to say it and then check myself. So, no estoy en casa. Estoy en una tienda. No estoy en casa. Estoy en una...
No estoy en casa. Estoy en una tienda.
Okay. Oh, and then I get to record it. Let's hope I'm right. No estoy en casa. Estoy en una tienda. Yay! So nice. I also like the micro interaction, so the sound effects that pop up when you're done, and the way the screen lights up to give you feedback on correct activities. So at least from a UI design perspective, this is so beautiful.
¿Cuándo llegarás a casa?
When do I get back home? Not sure, but I think I'll be on my way in half an hour. This is not something I know how to say in Spanish. I am still a baby. Let me think. No sé, pero creo que be on my way. I don't know. Reveal. Iré en media.
No lo sé. Creo que iré en media hora.
Useful to know. Oh, and then they give you a full summary, which is great because you can probably write this out in your notebook or practice it over and over. And you can probably listen to the whole conversation at once.
Hola, ¿estás en casa?
Also, a great time when reviewing this conversation is to practice shadowing. So that is repeating what someone else has said, kind of talking at their own pace so you can practice your intonation.
¿Estás en casa?
No estoy en casa. Estoy en una tienda.
¿Cuándo llegarás a casa?
No lo sé. Creo que iré en media hora.
So you can practice shadowing the conversations over and over until you feel comfortable to say it. Again, you learn so much better when you hear a sentence and when you actually understand and can see and read it at the same time. So this is a great way to review. Cool, so I only have 1 more activity left for the day, and that is to listen to a music recommendation. How nice. Okay, so the co-founder has a playlist of songs so you can enjoy the target language. This is where I really think the Speakly app has gone 1 step further. Usually a lot of language learning apps just provide you with example sentences, maybe some video content that they have created themselves, or like newspaper clippings, but I've never encountered an app integrated into a language learning app that has music recommendations. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be to my taste because I see Shakira here, and I mean, she's awesome, just not really my taste in music. For the sake of YouTube, I'm not going to play this song because they might demonetize me for copyright reasons, but I can tell you that I just played a part of the song. It's not that bad, pretty cool. But what would be really cool is if they actually gave you some transliteration, so that you could read what you are listening to or do some activity to it. So at the moment, I'm a little confused as to why this is in here. Nice little feature, but I just don't get it yet. I have been filming this for about 23 minutes, and I did skip through a few of the review activities, and I'm not done with my daily goal. So you can estimate that this could take you half an hour to 40 minutes of review and studying per day, and then you can build your goal gradually. Another cool thing is the results page. So it gives you an overview of what you've done. So I can see that, okay, I still have 11 words to review, and that I have learned 243 words, or 24% of any real life situation. Very cute. Me, someone who is not good at visualizing numbers, 243 words doesn't really mean anything to me. So I like that they've put 24% of any real life situation. So I can kind of tell myself, okay, I'm like a quarter of my way there. Grammar. I love grammar. I'm so happy. Oh, what is this? Oh no, grammar. So cute. Very nice. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's go to simple conditional. Guys, I'm falling in love more and more with this app just because everything is in one space. I don't need to like buy a textbook or Google grammar structures. Something I find when I encounter like a new sentence is I'm like, I don't know this like grammar structure, but now here's a wonderful place to get a ton of example sentences and know what grammar structure it is from. Amazing. Happy, very happy. Okay, let's check out what are some best learning practices. Okay, I've read this. This just takes you to the Speakly blog. Another thing I really appreciate about Speakly is that they know the methodology behind learning a language. As in, they're not just shoving 100,000 words for you on a list and letting you go off on your own. So I'm actually in contact with the CEO, Ot. He's an amazing, super friendly guy who is passionate about languages. He's also a polyglot himself. So you can rest assured that the blog articles here are actually going to be useful and interesting. It's not just an app trying to promote their services, it's really giving you information about how to learn a language. And you can see here, they're even telling you not to study too many words per day, for instance. So if I scroll down here, no, you can't learn a language in 7 days. I love the humor, like we all know that there's a ton of YouTube videos out there like, oh, I learned fluent French in 5 days. No, you did not. It takes at least 3 months if you have an easy language. You can't learn all languages in 3 months to feel confident. Very nice. I love the use of humor. I'm so pleased with how, like, I don't want to sound cheesy, but like how on trend this app is. Like they use little emojis and GIFs, and the UI is just beautiful, and you can tell that this is like a very modern app. It's not an outdated, clunky piece of garbage. Love it. Let's change our language and see what the other things have. Estonian sounds like an interesting... Okay, let me try French actually, because I want to see if I can do a level test. I'm gonna tap here on Let's Go. Have you ever studied French? Yes, take the placement test. Okay, 3 minutes to discover your level. Fantastic. I also know that a few of you guys asked me, where can I test my level in a language? Now, this is going to give you a general indication, but if you don't have the time or money, or even don't feel like taking an official test like the DELF for French, you can just test it out on this app and get a general gauge of where your level might be. So let me start and test my French level. You will hear a sentence you need to type.
Combien ça coûte au total?
Okay. Combien ça coûte en total, au total, je sais pas.
Combien ça coûte au total?
Au total, je pense. Ok. Il habite au milieu de nulle part. Oh, le succès. Whoops. Il a envoyé des fleurs.
Il a envoyé des fleurs à sa femme.
Maybe I pressed backspace too fast. Dang it. So I can't go back and fix that accent. Okay. Ça dépend de toi.
Il est né en Afrique.
Moi aussi. Il est né avec un accent en Afrique. Our awesome machine has calculated your results. How nice are these animations? I like this app so much. Okay, 76, so I am intermediate 2. I know 1,429 words. Why does that sound so little? I made like 2 typos. I'm sure I know more words in French. Okay, wait, why am I still at beginner 1? Does it mean I've unlocked intermediate? I don't get it. Where are my level test results? Or does it just take me? I'm confused. Oh, okay, I just had to refresh the page. Got it, I'm at intermediate 2 and on chapter 2 to 3. Fantastic. I think that is it for my... Oh, are they gonna give me French recommendations? Yeah, I love your name. Oh my gosh, and I get... Good. I'm starting to like this feature more and more. Oh, great, 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 great. 75% of any real life situation in French. I doubt it. I feel a little more clueless than that, but maybe my understanding is at 75%, but my ability to reproduce is a little rusty. Okay, now it is time for me to summarize my thoughts on this beautiful app. I feel like I am biased because as an interface designer, this just appeals to me so much, and I already want to give it like Lindie's seal of approval, ding, 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 because I love how beautiful it is. But apart from it being beautiful, let me do a quick pros and cons. The creators of this app actually understand how language learning works. They're not going to bombard you with stuff you're never going to use. It's not like these random situations you get at school when you learn a language at school, or on a certain green bird app where you talk about things that don't make sense. Who said that? Not me. No offense to that app. I think it's cool, but I just think this is better. Just saying. I just think this is really nice. Okay, what other pros? Pros, I like that the activities are so varied. You are practicing your speaking, you get to fill in the blanks, you practice your listening, you get words, you can check your progress, you get these stats to see how well you've been doing. Now let's dive into the cons. I do think with a really beautiful interface like that, coming from the perspective of a UI designer, you shouldn't always try to reinvent the wheel. What I'm saying is that a lot of language learning apps have a very standard look and feel. Everything is sort of positioned in the same way, so it's very easy to navigate around. With Speakly, I had to kind of click around and try a bit to see, oh, am I supposed to like scroll this way or swipe up or click here? It only takes a few minutes to get used to the interface. I wouldn't really call that a con, but you might get a little bit of wondering where things live or having to play around a lot to understand it. So not really a con, but gonna take some time getting used to. Another con is that you cannot go back and edit things, especially in the level test. So if you make a mistake, too bad for you. I also think that I don't know how I feel about apps that actually give you like a fluency rating. I really like that Speakly has not mentioned the word like 75% fluent in French. They've given you a general gauge like 75% of life situations you'll be able to understand. So, okay, I think it's cool. Not sure how accurately that is calculated though, but seems like a nice feature to have. Probably the biggest con for me is that the audio is pretty robotic. In their conversation activities, the audio seems like it's recorded by them, which is awesome because it's very natural. But in the individual activities where you have to fill in sentences, it kind of sounds like they're just using Google Translate's API and it's a bit robotic. That's okay. That's forgivable once you're at an intermediate level. Overall, I think this app is great for upper beginner to intermediate learners. Yes, they do start you right at beginner, but what I've experienced is that the content, it really pushes you. So it's a little bit above your level each time, which I think is great. But you're always going to be learning new things. It might be a little overwhelming as a beginner with all the content, but they do work your way up from beginner level to advanced. So it seems pretty holistic, and I'm really happy with the type of content there is. So I would give this 4.8 out of 5, just because I feel weird giving 5 stars. I don't know if there's like one single language learning app that can solve all your problems, but I'm really happy with Speakly, with the variety, the beautiful interface. The availability of languages probably could grow soon. That is one thing I wish I could add to the app. Like, we are missing Asian languages, for instance. They add like Korean to this app, people are just going to swarm to that. So if you are learning these European languages, or Estonian, so cool. I was just reading on Twitter that people are wondering where are resources for Estonian. That's what makes it so hard. Here, Speakly has Estonian. It's so cool. Also, Richard Simcott, one of my really close friends in the language learning community. If you haven't seen his videos, he is incredible. He is so good at what he does. Anyway, he also just told me he's learning Estonian on Speakly, so super cool, and kudos to him for trying that difficult language. I think I know why Estonian is on the app though, because the founder is from Estonia, so makes sense. But I do hope they add more languages soon. Now, if you like this review and if you want to try out Speakly, do check the description because there is a discount code for every single language on the app. You can try out the app for free to a certain extent, but then you do have to purchase a subscription. So to close off, I just want to say thank you to Speakly for letting me try out this really cool app. I am definitely going to continue using it because one of my goals for the rest of the year is to improve my horrible Spanish. So hopefully this app will keep me on track. I really think it's one of the better apps out there. So if that has convinced you, if you would like, do feel free to use my discount codes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more questions about the app, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!